Louisiana, talking about lessons learned and progress made 5 years after Hurricane Katrina.
They told members of the local congressional delegation at a hearing in Chalmette that the recovery is now giving way to revitalization. But Paul Murphy reports some leaders still question the federal government's ability to handle another major disaster.
On this 5th anniversary,
Three Louisiana congressmen joined U.S. Senator Mary Landrieu at a hearing on disaster recovery in Chalmette. Housing Secretary Sean Donovan announced HUD is awarding the state $32 million to elevate homes and to take other steps to lessen the impact of future storms. He also said HUD just okayed the use of community development block grants to keep 87 local community health clinics open.
Reducing the strain on emergency rooms and improving access to health care for the families who need it most.
Army Corps of Engineers Commander Lieutenant General Robert Van Antwerp told the panel the Corps is on schedule to complete projects to give the region 100-year storm protection by next June. The general was less confident when the panel questioned him about the possibility of Category 5 hurricane protection in the future.
The standard in the United States right now is the 100-year, but realizing, and we've looked at the Netherlands, and there's alternatives to that, but they can be very, very expensive, or they can impact the environment.
The general feeling among many of the speakers at today's hearing is that the lingering effect 5 years after Katrina is that the federal government, through its policies and departments, is still not set up to respond to and recover from a major disaster. Some of the speakers say that opinion was reaffirmed during this recent BP oil spill.
Who is the agency responsible for reconstruction, renewal, rebuilding? Is it the Department of Education? Is it the Department of HUD? Are we supposed to do this by ourselves?
As you can see from catastrophic events that we've had, we need something bigger and more robust, something more flexible.
FEMA Administrator Craig Fugate claims the agency is now more flexible. He says the $1.8 billion lump sum payment for New Orleans public schools announced just yesterday is a prime example of that.
Can we stop looking at a building by building approach to recovery when we know it's a system such as fire and police and those type of services?
Senator Landrieu agrees FEMA is more agile post-Katrina, but she says it's still not sufficient to handle a major disaster. Paul Murphy, Channel 4 Eyewitness News.
Senator Landrieu and a group of local leaders brought President Obama's advisors on a tour of St. Bernard Parish prior to this morning's hearing. They saw some rebuilt fire stations and other public facilities and areas where work still needs to be done.